Let's keep our fingers crossed that there's no rain. We're very lucky to have folks from Barriere Lake with us today. They've taken the trip 5 hours down, north of Montreal. March 10, 2008, unilaterally the federal government decided to change the leadership of the community. They had a chief and council who was supported by the majority of the community, but the regional office of Indian Affairs went ahead and changed their leadership. They've claimed that there's information that justifies this, but they refuse to release it.
But you know what, here today in the Gazette is a premier of this province, and he's saying when one chooses Quebec, one also chooses Quebecers in their values. Their values. Quebec forms a nation through its history, language, culture, territory, and institutions. The Quebec nation has values. Equality between men and women, the primacy of the French language, and the separation between the state and religion are part of these fundamental values. They must be accepted as part of Quebec. We do not all share the same origins, but we all share the same destiny, because we are all Quebecers. What about us in this most unreasonable accommodation?
I'm going to introduce Marylynn Poucachiche. She's one of the spokespeople for the community.
We just want to get our message across what the government is doing to us in our community, and the SQs.
My husband was arrested for cutting down a tree.
Right now, actually, her husband can't return to the community because in March, when the government imposed their faction, they actually brought in the Suzette States of Quebec to impose the authority of this new faction, and her husband was arrested
for cutting down a log, right?
Yeah.
For cutting down a log to make a barricade, which is a political act, not a criminal act. He was arrested, charged for obstruction,
And now he's banned from the community.
and now he's actually banned from the community. So this is the kind of treatment Native people get in this province for protesting politically.
It's really hard because I know I have my kids, I have 5 kids, and I have some kids in high school that are living in Val-d'Or, so I kind of have to go back and forth, you know.
Great. So what I'd like to share with you is our struggle that we have fought for the survival of our community. We've been negotiating with the province of Quebec and the federal government since 1991, and regarding the co-management of our traditional territory. They have made the recommendation for the implementation of a co-management regime within our traditional territory. And this, the community has been waiting for it since almost 22 months now. And this is what we've been waiting for the province of Quebec to respect the agreement that they've signed with our community to implement a conservation strategy within our traditional territory, to have a better management system in place, to take into account for our cultural survival needs, as well as to coexist with all users within our traditional territory.
We've lived like day to day. We were small kids when all this started, when our parents were fighting for a trilateral agreement that was signed for a co-management on our traditional territory. So we continue to fight for what our parents are fighting for and our grandparents.
What they left behind.
It's rightfully yours.
Yes. Working with like Martin Lukacs, he's the one that created the Barriere Lake Solidarity.
Okay. Do you guys have a website? Is there a website for that?
Yeah, there's a website that's the Barriere Lake Solidarity.com. Yeah.
Are there any upcoming events that are going to be happening like this in the Quebec area?
Well, tomorrow we'll be at the Toronto.
We're going to Toronto on Saturday, and then from there we're going to be going to Ottawa to protest on the Parliament Hill on the National Day of Action.
What date is that?
28th.
That's all I really want to say, and let the people of Barriere Lake speak for themselves about what is happening, because the story is being told and told again across this land. Whether it's Gitchina, Miguzup, Inunawag, KI, 6 leaders, community leaders jailed for 6 months merely for protesting against mining activity in their territory, under which the province of Ontario was required to consult with the people about the use of their lands. That's justice in Canada. That's unreasonable accommodation. The people, just look at the papers. Look what your papers actually don't report. Look deeper and you'll find out how reasonable the accommodation is for our people. I just want to thank you for listening to the words that I have. But think about this, because it's a lie. It's a lie. We're all living a lie, and we need to wake up.